A real horror behind closed doors. Rachel Souza was full of light. A Massachusetts girl with a Boston accent and an infectious laugh, she stood at the front of her university's rowing team, shouting commands from the coxswain seat on England's River Ouse. That's where Neil Entwistle first saw her in York, in 1999, where he fell for her confidence, her kindness, and her American charm. She returned home a year later, finished college, and then came back across the Atlantic just to be near him again. By 2003, they were married, a storybook romance, or so it seemed. Rachel was teaching drama and English. Neil worked in IT. In 2005, their daughter Lillian was born. A beautiful baby girl with big eyes and a soft giggle. They moved into a spacious 4-bedroom rental in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, a place that looked like a dream. But behind that picturesque house, cracks were spreading like rot under painted walls. Neil was spiraling, his finances in ruins, his job search failing, and no one, not even Rachel, knew just how dark things had become. By January 2006, debt collectors were closing in. Neil, ever secretive, refused to let Rachel access their finances. The image of control, of success, was everything to him. Even if it meant pretending, even if it meant planning something unthinkable. On January 21st, Rachel had plans to catch up with friends, introduce Lillian to old faces, maybe even celebrate their new home. But no one answered the door. Her mother had passed by earlier and left a note when the house stood silent. One light on upstairs, no car, just the faint bark of their family dog locked in its crate. Something felt off, cold, hollow. Rachel's friend, uneasy, spent the night sleeping in her car parked in the driveway, eyes on the house, waiting for movement. Morning came, no sign of Rachel or Lillian or Neil. Worried, the family called police. Officers searched the house. No signs of struggle, no broken windows. But something still didn't sit right. The dog was still barking, the car still gone, and then that smell. The second search changed everything. In the master bedroom, under the warm, carefully tucked comforter, they found them, Rachel and Lillian, together in death as they had been in life. Rachel was curled around her daughter, as if she had been trying to shield her. Both were shot. Lillian in the stomach. The bullet passed through her and struck her mother's chest. Rachel had also been shot in the head. The killer hadn't even bothered to move them, just covered them, as if erasing the crime was as simple as hiding the bodies under a blanket. Neil Entwistle was gone. A bolo was issued. The family BMW was found at Logan International Airport. Neil had fled, a one-way ticket to London in his hand. He didn't look back. While Rachel's family mourned, investigators unraveled the horror Neil left behind. He had stolen a .22 caliber handgun from Rachel's stepfather. His DNA was on the handle. Rachel's DNA was on the muzzle. They also found the keys to his in-laws' home abandoned in the airport car. Neil's laptop told a darker story. Days before the murders, he'd searched how to kill with a knife and neck kill, and quick suicide method. He browsed escort sites and visited pages about how to get away with murder. He was $30,000 in credit card debt, and eBay had launched an investigation into fraudulent listings. He posted fake computers that never shipped. The net was closing in, fast, and so, on the morning of January 21st, Neil Entwistle made his choice. He picked up the revolver, walked into the bedroom where Rachel was holding their 9-month-old daughter, and fired. Then he covered them like secrets, like shame, and ran. On February 9, 2006, Neil was found riding a London Underground train, arrested without a fight. He resisted extradition at first, but it didn't last. By February 15th, he was back in Massachusetts to face trial. In June 2008, court testimony revealed the chilling details. A forensic chemist confirmed the gun was pressed to Lillian's chest. Rachel had been shot from just 18 inches away. The defense tried to suggest postpartum depression. They even claimed Rachel killed Lillian, then herself. But the science didn't lie. Neil's fingerprints, DNA, the gun, the keys, the searches. It all pointed to one truth. He had executed his family. On June 25, 2008, Neil Entwistle was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder, unlawful possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole twice over. And as the gavel came down, Rachel's family wept, for the daughter they raised, for the granddaughter they lost, for the evil that once wore a charming smile at their dinner table. Neil Entwistle sits in a cell today. No storybook ending. No freedom, and no chance to ever tell this tale for profit. The court forbade it. But the silence that fell over that house in Hopkinton still lingers. The kind of silence that follows a scream never heard. A silence that no one, not even time, can cover. Thank you for watching. Like the video and subscribe my channel for more real crime horror stories.